ever. Okay? So you move in until it's comfortable. This is a new hurley to me, and I have to come to there to find comfort. Now, 2 hands, nice and firm.
What is comfort?
Comfort is when I can do that without grimacing all over my face. So you look at the girl's face, tells you everything. We have 2,000 facial muscles and they cannot tell a lie. So left foot forward. Hold that at the extreme. Straight arm onto the ground. Now watch his face, straight up and down. Watch his face, you bend the arm, don't bend any arm, don't bend any elbow. Watch his face. So that hurley is a suitable weight for him. It's not discomforting him in any way. Do you get it? Yeah. So, but a little girl of 11 with the same hurley, well, she's going to be always distressed. So you'll see it there. If she can't do that, with a smile, no gimps, no swings, no pendulum, I can do it, coach, I can do it. And she only has a pendulum going, and the hurley is lifting itself because she's too clever for you. Do you ever meet girls too clever for you? Every single girl is too clever for us. Yeah? Yeah. So watch now. Ready? Lift and slide. Lock in front of the eyes and swing. That's the stroke now. That was in the past, all craziness. So watch, hurley grip, ready position. Everybody, ready position. Lift and lock in front of the eyes. Ready position. Everybody, come on, come on, come on. Ready position. Lift and lock in front of the eyes. Every position. Ready, lift and lock in front of the eyes. So watch everybody come on around now as close as you can. Just clean off the grass. Now, just about an inch off the grass. Yep. So now again, one coach, the coach will be there. He may have 2 girls. Take every second turn. Are you ready? So the girl comes in and she gets 4 goes. What will you be watching?
Strike and watching the...
Yeah, you're watching the ball like a good player would. That's my job. What's your job?
I should be watching you.
Watching structure. You see how difficult this is? We always watching the ball. Now, he will know from the feel. Yep. He will know from the feel how the contact was. He'll know from the sound. So when he hears that sound, he knows there's a good contact. So we'll start again. A hen, step off, a doe, a tree, a car. That's my turn gone. Now for safety, make sure I'm out of the way. Go ahead. Coach, start coaching. Coach, we have a problem. Coach, start coaching. Stop. Coach, we have a problem. You didn't coach him. He thought he heard me. He reverted to what he always did. But that's the trouble with 11-year-old girls. They can't do what you did in the 40s. In the old days, yeah. John and myself, in the olden days, when decency was there, John wouldn't race me to the ball and I wouldn't race him to the ball. We'd run along together because we were gentlemen once upon a time. And then we'd both lift our hurleys up into the sky, lift it up into the sky, and we'd wait for each other and we'd drive splinters to Dublin. And the crowd would rise up that this is the best thing could ever happen in the whole world. Why isn't more people coming to see it? So nowadays nobody waits for John. The gentleman is gone, isn't it? Yeah. The cheeky brats now, they race off John. They're too fast. Yeah. But they don't lift their hurley over their head. If you see a hurley there, that girl is now too slow. So watch me again. Everybody, come on, some of you aren't able to watch. Watch, stay where you are, John, back there. Make sure you're watching. Go over there in the gap. Look, where the modern stroke is inside the body. The modern stroke is inside the body. It's in there. Ben O'Connor. It's in there. The hurley never comes above my head, whereas John is here. How long would it take a fella to come from behind to hook John? He'd come 15 yards on his ease. On his ease, he'd get 15 yards because John cocked his hurley like he did when he was playing, but it was a gentlemanly time. It was. It was fine. It didn't matter how far you left it back, it was a gentlemanly time. And if I left it back that far, the other guy left it back that far as well. That day is gone 40 years ago. Watch me again. And I'm going to shorten my hurley even more. Lower the ball now. Who's coaching? Lower the ball. Stand up, Pet. And lower the ball. You'll be killing yourself. You see what you're doing there? See what you're doing yourself. You're doing more work than she is. Just relax.
Okay. Yeah.
Just relax.
Pick it up because I was flattering that into
Are you, yeah, no, so pick it up, 2 hands. Keep it clear of the ground.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Now, what are you doing?
Step forward.
Are you playing?
Cheese, yep.
Okay, so you step forward, then you step up, and you can't go again until you say so.
Okay. Okay.
Otherwise, she turns into a whirly jig.
Yeah.
You see what she did?
Yeah.
But she wasn't eradicating error.
Yes. Okay.
She was just making error more permanent. More permanent, yeah. Don't allow it. Ready? Show me ready.
Ready position?
Yeah.
High level.
Lift and slide. You didn't do it. We did no lift and slide.
Okay.
Yeah, the girl doesn't know it.
Yeah.
So she'll never know it.
Okay.
Why won't she know it? Because he forgot. You see where things are the way they are?
You presume they know nothing.
You see? You have to go back to the very, because they don't know enough.
Every time.
Now, where are you locking up? Where is he locking up? Where's lock? Yeah, but we don't want it over his shoulder. We want lock in front of your eyes. I don't care if you ever did it before as a player, but you have to do it now as a coach. The minute you got going, you reverse the type. So stand over beside your coach. So, you know ready position? Do you know ready position? You know lift and slide? Now lockout is in front of the eyes. TJ Reid. When you go home, get the YouTube. Control this, put on the ball. So you say when she goes, lift it off the grass. You say when she goes. Now don't let her go again until you say. Otherwise she's in a whirligig. And she goes into a panic place down here somewhere. Where's panic? Where's panic for you, up here or down here? You know what I'm saying? And they go into that position, and then they hurl in that position all their life, and there's no enjoyment. You get it now? So you control when she comes. Left foot forward, pull right. Left foot forward, pull right, right foot forward, pull left. Okay. You're fine, you're square, Step off. Don't let her go now, you're controlling it. Now give her information now. No, give her information on the stroke. Now do you see a bit of feeling coming? So tap into the feeling now more than anything else.
Okay.
How enjoyable was that one now out of 10?
What is it, 9?
8, yeah, you'll know. You're the only one will know. You're the only one will know. You'll know here or you'll know here.
Okay.
But don't go there, because all man stuff is up there. Okay?
Okay, you want to get there now?
That's sweet. Now that's sweet. Everybody watching me closely. Run, run, turn, skip, strike. Collect the ball, put it down for the next person. So watch again. The player runs, turns, skips, and strikes. Then places the ball for the next person. The way I do that is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the ball must be ready for you. 5, 4, 3, 2. 5, 4, 3, 2. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now that's perfection, okay? You're all 14, I'm your coach. If the ball hits the wall without touching the grass on the way in, that's worth 10 points. If it hits the grass on the way in, that's 5 points. And we're playing to 30. Are you ready to go? You're all 14. So 10 on the board. Place the ball, that's it. We're all players, we're all players. That's it, get the ball back for her, that's her job. Don't panic, Pet. Don't panic, don't go down until she has the ball placed. Don't go until she has the ball placed. Good. What are you on, 20? 30, all right, go ahead. Go, oh, beauty. So coaching is about how I hit the ball. Not telling me I'm too slow or that the ball is too low or the ball is too high or the ball is too crooked. Tell me how. So we'll just take that hurley there for a moment. Sorry for sweating you up. So the girl runs like a super athlete. real proper run. See, a lot of people want to come at it from the side. They want to come at it from they want to give themselves advantage, but they're actually disadvantaging themselves. They don't know that. So you run like a super athlete to the ball. Then what happens? You turn, and then you skip, and then you whip. You get it? But the girl doesn't know that automatically. Only a coach can teach her. Run, talk me through it. Run, talk me through it. All of us. Turn and whip. Run, turn, skip, and whip. They will never forget it. So this time it's out of your hand, and Pella is your target. You'll strike there before you come to the spot. You run straight like that, turn and strike into the Pella. That's dead straight. See, the whole point here is she got her point. The ball didn't go crooked. Same again. Run, turn, skip, strike. So if the structure is there, the rest happens. Thanks, people. We're sorry for rushing you. And we want a girl to do girl demonstration. We're sick of men doing demonstrations for girls because it doesn't transfer properly. So Rini, just hit the ball and I'll give you another one, and hit the ball and I'll give you another one, and then you can move as you will. Yeah, as you will. Here, Rini. Oh yeah, take it again. She'll come back to you. Okay, watching her now as best you can. This is a girl doing striking. Okay? This is a girl doing striking. Now, will you please watch Reedy and stop watching the pink ball? And all the heads are... And we have Rena Buckley here, the greatest player of my lifetime, and we're not even paying one tiny bit of attention to her feet or her knees or her hips or her hands or her body position or her body or her eyes. So forget about the ball. We'll get a different ball, really. Okay, they're sick, they love pink, right? Now, are you ready again? So watch her structure. Watch how she knows to put her feet without thinking about it. Everything with Rena is automated. Every muscle is harnessed. She's a super athlete. Every muscle is striking the ball, not some of her muscle. Do you see what she's doing? Without thinking about it, she's able to harness every muscle from her big toe right up to her shoulder, right up to her neck. Her eyes on the ball. Every ball is coming back to her. She's wasting no energy. The 14-year-old girl has run a mile now getting all these balls back, yeah? She's nearly got killed 7 times by crossing other girls, yeah? So when you go again for 4 more, stay on your right because they can't see your left. Are you seeing the structure that's causing the ball to go there? This is getting pure monotonous now, isn't it? Every ball just comes back so grand. You see what she's doing? She has automated everything. She has automated grip. She has automated the automatic right angle that nobody tells the children about. And the girls are coming in trying to hurl. They don't know about the right angle. They don't know about the body structure and the weight transferring from this hip to that hip. They don't know about it, but Rena knows it without thinking about it. That's why I asked her to sacrifice a minute. Now watch the weight transferring from one foot to the other. I see the back leg trailing now because the weight has gone on. Watch it. You see it? The weight has gone on. If you pick up the information here, this is the dream time for us. See, she's not running a step. Do you see it? That's called efficiency. Efficiency is speed. Fire on. Efficiency is speed. Efficiency is speed. It doesn't matter how good Rena is to run, right? If the ball isn't there, there's pointless running. She already knows where the ball is coming. Nobody knows how much I admire this woman for years and years and years. And we met down in Youghal at a conference, and I was so thrilled. It was the highlight of my life. I'm telling you. Yeah. This is the super player of our lifetime.
And she got lucky.
Yeah, you're lucky. Now, if she's lucky, we're 10 times luckier. Never in our lifetime will that happen again, maybe. that the super player of our time is here. We're not guessing at her. We're not trying to image what she's doing. We could actually see harmony, yeah? As the day goes by, we'll see how we will get that harmony for my girls.
So yeah, so you ran your own session in a way. If you missed one, you thought about why you missed it, and if you got it the second time, it was fine. But if you missed 2 or 3 in a row, you started to think, what should I be doing? What was it? So you ran that in your head, and there's no reason why a player can't do that all the time. They're the ones in the game all the time. They're the ones in the game. We're out on the sidelines for a reason. We're not in it. We don't know it as well as they do. If I'm a player and I strike a poor pass, I know the second I've touched that ball that it's a poor pass. I don't need a coach 2 seconds later telling me that I was wrong or that I got it wrong. I knew before the coach did. So the player knows before we know. And we got to give him that bit of credit, and we got to give him that little bit of leeway too, and patience. So we're going to go into 2 skills where often children get turned off the game a little, and we're going to try and give them confidence to do it. Try and give them some confidence to do that skill. So this is straight out of the Paudi Butler playbook, and how he taught me to do the aerial block. And first we'll just do the hook, and we'll run through that quite quickly. So Leo, can I drag you out again, please? Sorry now. So if I want to hook Leo, all I have to do is line up on his opposite shoulder. So my shoulder here, my right shoulder, is lined up on Leo's left shoulder. He's going to strike the imaginary ball up there, so you're safe. And all I'm going to do is, from the ready position, go with head, hands and feet. So head, I'm going to keep my eyes on where it's going. I'm out of danger. And that's very important to give the child the confidence they can do the skill without being in any danger. So when Leo swings, my head is watching where his hurley is going. I'm watching his movement. My hands, my hurley is just going to come out that way. Out and flat. I go flat. Some people like to go that way. And I'm just going to bring this leg with it. And that's all I'm going to do. Off you go, Leo. And again. It takes a bit of the mystery out of the hook, I'm afraid. It's this mystical thing that some people can and can't do. But the truth is, you just line the children up. Off you go, Leo. And again. And you'll notice I'm calling when he swings, so I'm safe now. And again. And his momentum carries him off that way, and the ball is there. And you can, eventually you'd put a ball and you challenge for it. But the main thing is, now there is no mystery in this. I have 8-year-olds who will turn over their shoulder to other 8-year-olds and say, no, the other shoulder. And then off they go. Off you go, Leo. Okay. Now, and again, ideally in a game you don't always get, you don't get that ideal where you can line up. But very often you'll see if you're chasing a player, if someone's chasing down a guy who's on the run or a girl who's on the run and they're chasing them and they see them about to strike, they'll move that way, they'll move their shoulder in. And very often at games I find myself saying, great shoulder, when someone does a good hook. And people are looking at me, nobody got shouldered. But I mean great positioning of your shoulder, and I don't want that full sentence. So off you go one more time, Leo, off the shoulder, and there we go. And if you can at all, when you turn it, instead of coming that way, can you go that way? Thank you. If someone's on the short side, so for example, when Leo swung like that, it was fine. If he was coming off this side, I have less to work off of. So I have to be sure that I'm getting across for it. That's the only thing. So if they strike off this side. So we're going to have a look at the block down and how we might make it safe and give the child confidence as we go. Okay? So just that we're not, we all know that we've seen people who, who've gone in for a block down, they got the ball, but they got hit, and it just, was it worth it then afterwards, and maybe turns the child off the game. So Leo's going to strike the ball as if through that hoop over there. I'll do it from a few different angles. So we start with an imaginary ball. So strike your imaginary ball through the hoop. Not bad, bit low. Off you go again. Ah, yeah, perfect. Okay, so I know his swing. I know where he's swinging. I need to get down very, very low first. So I'm coming from ready position. I'm going to lunge out. I'm going to have my hands down and I'm going to get on to his hurley. But for the player, what I'm telling them is I want them to lunge down, and when Leo swings, up you go, the hurley comes up, and I want tape of my hurley on tape of his. So now there's a margin of error for the child. They may not always get it bang on tape, but there's a margin of error where the two bosses will meet. So they're safe down here now. I'm not letting the child swing. If I was doing a training session, I'd be the one swinging, and I'd have the kids would come to me, because then I can pull out of the swing. So if I pull out of the swing, they know they're safe. If anything's going to go wrong, I'll pull out of it. If there's any chance of me getting hit here, Leo will pull out of it, I'm sure. Okay, so I'm going to lunge forward. Off we go, Leo. And there. So I'm forward with my foot. I have my two thumbs up the hurley, quite low down the hurley, and tape on tape. Okay, let's go again. You'll see I lunge this foot this time. Go. And then this foot. Tape on tape. Go again. Okay. If I was doing it sometimes, I'd get him. So will you throw up an imaginary ball and hit it through that hoop? Off you go. Okay. So it's a little bit higher that time. So it varies every now and then, but the technique stays the same. I want to be down with the hurley coming up. I don't want to be up with the hurley coming down. So go one last time, Leo. And my hurley's coming up. There's no chance of me getting hit whatsoever. The next part is there's a ball behind Leo there. And the second phase of any block is taking the ball. So Leo should have momentum that brings him this way when he strikes, but I should be moving with momentum that way, so I'm moving towards the ball. So Leo, off you go. And that's all it is. And again. So you see at that point there I lock out, where in a game you might not want them to. So what happens is, just watch how still I am. Go. 1, 2, and I'm kind of moving after a second or two to get the ball. And the players will be the same, the children will be the same. And what you want them to do is to not lock out, so eventually somewhere down the line to just bring it on a little step more. So when they block, they go through the hurley and down to the ball, so that it becomes one fluid movement. But they will lock out in the beginning, and that's very, very natural. But just keep an eye for it. Imaginary ball, go. So that they keep going. I've noticed that I tend to lunge on this foot because I push on